Forget it, Vindicator. You can send every mutant in Canada after me. I ain't coming back. Wolverine!
Oh, hello. So, I'm back once again. And this time in front of you is Sideshow Premium Format Wolverine. So, by far, this is my favorite yellow costume Wolverine that is licensed. I had the Sideshow one before. It was good, but not really that good. It has some mixed media and some weird thing in his ribs. The XM one was really not a fan. Honestly, I was not a fan of that one. It has some good points, but never really a fan of that one. And there is the how I would say the Iron Studios also. I think I haven't seen that one in person, but it looks good in the photos. But also again, I'm not a fan of that one. This one though, I've seen this in the I think it was painted already in that New York Comic Con, and it was quite good. That one I really like when I saw it, and it really it was really done well. That there's this really nice paint job and everything else. So I actually got hooked with this one. I was really waiting until this get on pre-order. The XM, like I said, this is my favorite in terms of the yellow costume. Another stuff like, for example, the new XM Weapon X. That is also another thing. Let's not talk about that one. For me, I couldn't consider them entirely different because you'll see I have another let's say comparison video for that one, but for now let's just stop with the yellow suit and with this Sideshow Wolverine. So this is Sideshow Premium Format Wolverine exclusive, and before we start, just few information. So this is currently still available in Sideshow website, and it's for 570 USD for the exclusive. I really don't know how much is the collector's edition. I think it's around 550, I guess, or 565. The exclusive edition has a limited edition size of 2,500, and for the artist in this piece there's actually quite a lot involved. I think Alex Pasenko for the design, Marco Pluff or Ploffe design and sculpt as well, Aaron Magnot design and sculpt, Rafael Crasiti sculpt, Martin Canelli also sculpt, Adam Smith mold and cast, Chadwick Anderson mold and cast, Bernard Esquizil for paint, and other Sideshow design and development team. So in this website as well, the height is 15.5. I think it's only 15. When I tried to check in the actual, it's only 15. 17 for the width inches, sorry, and 12 inches in the length. So this is some addition, let's say Sideshow information in their website. There's also a weight which is 5 kilograms. It's not that super heavy, but this is quite small piece, but I do like this one. I don't want it to be super heavy, very hard to carry. This is just the right weight and size for me. So going to the piece, before we start, there's actually a lot of controversy in this piece because they say it was leaning, and I hope this is clear enough already when pictures or it was already shipped and a lot of actual pictures are there in the web. But I do notice that this was caused because this head is somehow a bit leaning, not leaning, but it's movable, and it's when I look at it in the very first time, I have it a bit the head leaning to the right, and I saw it from afar. It somehow looks leaning, so the head is actually somehow making the body look leaning, and I move it like that. Even a slight lean to the left of this head makes a lot of difference, and that's why some pictures somehow it looks a bit leaning to the right. I hope that's clear enough. I don't think there's leaning. There's no problem in it one. In this one, I also didn't have gaps. So the gaps in the feet, there's a lot of photos and actual photos that there were some gaps here. So they had a problem connecting the the leg to the base. I did have problems on connecting it. Not really problems, but hard time doing it. But I didn't have any problem that it has some gaps. I did not hit the peg. I did not bend the peg. I did not scrape the keyhole there. I didn't do that. All I did was before I put in the peg, I make sure that I align this feet or foot in the right place. So I really check this properly, how it should align there, or how is it positioned. And once I knew that one, I already know how to position Wolverine on how to push this leg and position the body itself so that the left foot will be placed correctly. Because if this left foot is also not placed correctly, you will have a problem in this foot. So that was how I did it, and I didn't have any problems or anything, any gaps, anything that I needed to do. I just need to make sure I did it properly and push it properly as well. So out from that one, I think those are most of the issues for this piece that are known from the public so far. I did have some issue with my Wolverine. It has some issue in the arm. It has some paint problems in here, so I asked Sideshow to replace it. They did. It's coming in its way. Other than that, no problems at all. It's just very nice piece, very beautiful piece. So this piece has a very nice base. This is, I think, the bulk of the weight of the piece, and it has a really nice and tons of detail. It has really nice silver lining. These are the cuts from Wolverine's claws, and it's really good. It makes the base look or pops out or shines. There's this silver lining in the cuts, and then makes it really realistic, and that's really what I like about this base. And it also has a really nice color in it. Going up further is from the boots. It has lots of weathering. The suit also has lots of weathering. Really nicely done. I do love it. It has also some highlights, shadows and highlights from the suit. The suit also has very nice texture. The skin tone. This is something I was a bit surprised. It's a bit dark. But I do like the sculpt in the arms. It's really good. The musculature is really good. And I also like how they did the texture for the hair. This is actually quite okay, but I do prefer the XM1, how they did it. That was really nice. This one though has also really good, like reddish shadowy or reddish lining or reddish tone. So this shows that Wolverine is like quite angry, and then he got red. This is really nice. This is actually really nicely painted. It's just that the choice of the skin tone is a bit different for me. I would have wanted it a bit brighter, not bright, but a bit lighter, I guess. Not also as light as the XM Weapon X one. Just a bit light. So the design of the suit is actually quite nice. So it's really nicely sculpted. It has this really nice, really, I'm not sure if this is really comic accurate because there's already a tons of Wolverine costumes, but I do like how they did this one. I like the back part also. Has a really nice design. And going up further is the head sculpt. So there are two head sculpts. This one is the exclusive one. I have the mask Wolverine, so I have this one, really nice. The same thing, you have to make sure that it's properly snug. So like that one, it's moving there, but you have to move it like that or position it like that. So this is the mask portrait, also really good. I also like this one. But for now, I would prefer this. It has more expression. You can see a lot of expression in this one. That's why I prefer having this for now. And going to the head itself, they said that there was a Wolverine is somehow like blushing. Maybe, but I wouldn't say blushing, but he's angry, so he gets red. So I guess so there is some reddish tone highlight there or some shade. But nonetheless, it looks really good. The teeth are really good. I'm really surprised. It's really nicely done. The eyes also quite good. He's somehow looking a bit upwards, so that's really nice. So yeah, this piece is really beautiful. So I really do like this one. I also would want to keep this for now, because again, there's not much yellow Wolverine outfit licensed one that are there. I do like the wolf, but that's too expensive. That is a fan art, and it's too expensive now. So this one is, for me, at the right price, at the right size as well. So this is really nice, and I do hope you can still have this again, because it's still a lot in Sideshow website. So for the ratings, I have to say there is a problem with my paint job for this one in the hands. So I'm giving paint job, there's some tiny paint, I'm not sure it's a paint rub, but it's paint, it's an out of place paint. I think it's a drop of paint there. But again, I'm giving it, since it has an issue, I'm giving this a 3.5 for paint quality. For color, I'm giving it a 5. It's just beautiful color scheme. As you can look at that one, it's just Wolverine that I know from the animated series, and it just looks good. For the weathering, I'm giving this 4.5. There's really nice weathering here, but I do wish that the weathering reaches on top. So this is for me a nitpick with the weathering, and I also do wish that there are some scratches or some blood or anything in upper part, but the weathering is more likely in this part, so I would have wanted it on top as well. So that's why I'm giving it a 4.5 for weathering. Shadows and highlights, it has actually very nice shadows and highlights. It's like there's this not just black or some darker shade of gray, but it has some reddish, again reddish shadows and highlights in here also. There's really nicely done. That's why I'm giving this a 4.5 for shadows and highlights. For SCUPLT quality, I'm giving this 4 due to the fact of the head. The head is somehow a bit tilting, and I didn't really like that one. I think it's based on the sculpt in the neck. So I'm giving it a 4.0. It's not an issue, but it somehow gives a problem eventually, and it gives a wrong impression as well. So texture, definitely 5.0. For weight and size, I'm also giving this 4.5. I do wish it's a bit heavier, but it's not. It for its size, it's good. It's really nice. I like how heavy this one is at the moment. I just want it a bit heavier with Wolverine, not just the base. I think the base has most of the weight. I wanted Wolverine also to have that weight as well. So that's why I'm giving a 4.5. Detail and complexity, I'm giving this also as a 4.5. I do wanted that, again, there's some scratches in his, how do you go, in his suit, some blood in his claws and everything, or other stuff in the upper part. The upper part is quite a bit clean. I just do wish that there are some like scratches at the back or something, or some tear in his suit. That would have been very nice, but it doesn't have that one. So that's why I'm giving it a 4.5 for detailed and complexity. For concept wise, I would have given this a 5. I really want to give this a 5. It just looks really good. The problem is this part. I'm not really fan of. I'm a fan of this pose, but I would always have wanted something at this negative space. I do not know as of the moment how it would be done. Maybe a bit tilting, or the base is more in front, like the Deadpool. So the Deadpool was really tilting and it was really nicely balanced, you know. So this one is more like really leaning forward. So that's why I'm giving it only a 4.0, a 4.5, sorry, for the concept. Displayability, I'm giving it a 5. Really easy to display. There's no problem for me displaying on this one. That's why I really like to keep this one as well. For assembly, I'm giving it a 4 because of the head. This one, the tilting, the moving, and also putting in is quite hard in the peg, in the leg peg as well. So for switchouts and mixed media, I'm not sure if this is mixed media or like metal, but nonetheless, it looks really nice. I don't want it also to be too shiny. The switchout head I also like, but not really impressed by it. I do wish again the regular one has some scratches. That would have been very nice. So I'm giving a switchout and mixed media as a 4.0. So again, this is Sideshow premium format Wolverine exclusive, still available on Sideshow website. Please do get it. It's also quite good, very good for Wolverine fans. So again, this is the money shot, really nice. I hope you like the video. I hope you still can get, I guess you can still get this one. For me, it's worth the money. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and I hope I can have the video, the comparison between this one and the XM one. So which one I prefer, and some notes to decide to which one to keep and which one to sell or anything. So that one I hope I can have it really soon. So nonetheless, again, this is a really nice piece. I really hope I can keep this one. So thank you for watching. I hope that you do subscribe in my channel. Stay tuned for more videos to come.